Throughout the history of Geometry Dash, numerous official levels have left a lasting impression on players. Some are remembered for their extreme difficulty, others for their visual presentation, and others for introducing new gameplay concepts. However, few levels have managed to combine innovation, accessibility, influence, musical excellence, and historical significance as effectively as Blast Processing. Released in 2014 as part of Geometry Dash's version 1.9 update, Blast Processing was far more than just another official level. It represented a transformative moment in the game's development, introducing the Wave Game mode and demonstrating how new mechanics could be integrated into gameplay without sacrificing accessibility. More than a decade after its release, the level remains one of the most recognizable and influential creations in Geometry Dash history. To understand why Blast Processing deserves consideration as the greatest official level ever created, it is necessary to examine its historical context, mechanical innovations, audio-visual design, educational structure, cultural impact, and enduring legacy. Before Blast Processing was released, Geometry Dash had already established itself as a highly successful rhythm-based platforming game. Official levels, such as Geometry Dash's earlier stages, had introduced players to mechanics like gravity portals, ships, UFOs, and various speed changes. However, the game's gameplay systems remained relatively familiar. The release of version 1.9 marked one of the most significant updates in the game's history. Among the update's additions, none proved more influential than the introduction of the Wave Game mode through Blast Processing. This was not simply a minor gameplay variation. The Wave fundamentally changed how players interacted with Geometry Dash. Instead of controlling movement through jumps or flight, players were now required to navigate a sharp zigzag pattern by precisely holding and releasing their input. This demanded a different set of skills, including reaction speed, timing, precision, and spatial awareness. The significance of this innovation cannot be overstated. Today, the Wave is considered one of the defining mechanics of Geometry Dash. Entire genres of custom levels, challenges, and extreme demons have been built around mastering Wave gameplay. Blast Processing was the level that introduced this revolutionary concept to the player base. Introducing a completely new mechanic into a game presents a significant design challenge. If implemented poorly, players may become confused, frustrated, or discouraged. Blast Processing succeeds because it introduces the Wave gradually and methodically. Rather than overwhelming players with complex sequences immediately, the level presents the mechanic in a controlled environment. Early Wave sections are spacious and forgiving, allowing players to understand the relationship between their inputs and the Wave's movement. As the level progresses, the difficulty increases incrementally, encouraging skill development without creating unnecessary frustration. This design philosophy reflects a sophisticated understanding of player psychology. The level functions simultaneously as entertainment and instruction. Players learn through experience rather than explicit tutorials. Many modern game designers consider this form of implicit teaching one of the most effective methods of introducing new mechanics. And Blast Processing serves as an excellent example of this principle. One of the most remarkable aspects of Blast Processing is its balance. Many official levels focus primarily on increasing difficulty. Blast Processing achieves a rare equilibrium between challenge and enjoyment. The level demands concentration and precision but rarely feels unfair. Obstacles are generally visible in advance, transitions are predictable, and the difficulty curve remains consistent throughout the experience. This creates what game designers often describe as a flow state, a psychological condition in which players become fully immersed in an activity because the challenge matches their skill level. The level's pacing contributes significantly to this effect. FOSPA sections alternate with more controlled segments, preventing monotony while maintaining engagement. Every gameplay segment feels purposeful, and there are few moments that seem arbitrary or poorly designed. As a result, Blast Processing remains enjoyable even after repeated playthroughs. A discussion of Blast Processing would be incomplete without examining its soundtrack. The level uses Blast Processing, composed by Waterflame, one of the most influential musicians associated with Geometry Dash. The composition combines energetic electronic rhythms, memorable melodies, and dynamic progression to create an atmosphere that perfectly complements the gameplay. The song maintains a sense of momentum from beginning to end while introducing enough variation to keep the experience engaging. What elevates the soundtrack beyond mere background music is its integration with the level itself. Geometry Dash is fundamentally a rhythm-based game, and Blast Processing exemplifies the importance of synchronization. Jumps, portals, visual effects, and gameplay transitions align closely with the music's structure. This synchronization creates a sense of unity between player actions and auditory feedback. The result is an experience that feels natural and satisfying, reinforcing the connection between gameplay and music. Although Geometry Dash has evolved considerably since 2014, Blast Processing's visual presentation remains effective. The level employs a distinctive technological and futuristic aesthetic characterized by bright colors, geometric structures, and mechanical imagery. While modern custom levels often feature vastly greater decorative complexity, Blast Processing demonstrates the principle that visual design is not solely about detail, but also about clarity and coherence. The visuals support gameplay rather than distracting from it. Obstacles are easy to identify, transitions remain readable, and decorative elements enhance the atmosphere without compromising functionality. This balance between aesthetics and gameplay accessibility contributes significantly to the level's enduring appeal. Perhaps the strongest argument for Blast Processing's greatness is its influence on the broader Geometry Dash community. The introduction of the Wave inspired countless creators to experiment with new gameplay concepts. Entire categories of levels emerged that focused on wave challenges, precision flying, and advanced movement techniques. Many of the game's most famous and difficult community-created levels rely heavily on wave gameplay. Without Blast Processing, the development of these levels and perhaps the evolution of Geometry Dash itself would have followed a very different trajectory. The level also remains one of the most frequently referenced official levels within the community. Its music is instantly recognizable, its gameplay is widely remembered, and its historical significance is acknowledged by players across multiple generations. Few levels can claim to have influenced an entire game's design culture to such an extent. Another factor contributing to Blast Processing's legendary status is nostalgia. For many players, Blast Processing was their first encounter with the Wave. It represented a moment of discovery and excitement during one of Geometry Dash's most transformative periods. Nostalgia alone does not create greatness. However, when combined with genuine design excellence, it can amplify a level's cultural importance. Blast Processing is remembered fondly, not merely because it is old, but because it was genuinely innovative and enjoyable. Players continue to revisit the level years later, because its quality extends beyond nostalgia. Blast Processing stands as one of the most significant achievements in Geometry Dash history. It introduced the revolutionary wave mechanic, demonstrated exceptional game design principles, featured one of the most iconic soundtracks in the game, maintained excellent gameplay balance, and profoundly influenced the Geometry Dash community. Its importance extends beyond its role as an official level. It represents a turning point in the evolution of Geometry Dash, a moment when the game's possibilities expanded dramatically and permanently. More than 10 years after its release, Blast Processing remains a benchmark against which other official levels are measured. Its combination of innovation, accessibility, musical synchronization, and cultural impact has allowed it to endure as a defining symbol of Geometry Dash itself. For these reasons, Blast Processing is not merely a great level. It is a landmark achievement whose influence continues to resonate throughout the history and future of Geometry Dash.